Today I'll be playing my level, Fiery Hoppers. Uh, you won't believe why it's called Fiery Hoppers. Alright, so let's talk about this first area. There's a wall to our left, so the player will know that they have to progress right. At the top, we can see the boss door and a checkpoint, so we get a taste of what's to come in the level. Something to entice the player to move forward. We see the lava at the bottom. We also get these platforms that we can walk on with railings behind them, which further suggests to the player that it's a safe surface. Now, to get past, the player has to jump. So it encourages the player to use, all the tools at their disposal. And we just watched an enemy, a Robit. We just watched it fall to its death in the lava, so we know that we'll have to jump over that lava. Moving into this next area, now we're jumping as much as we want, and this is a Robit that doesn't immediately kill itself. So we can choose to fight it, or we can continue on. Now this fight is slightly more complex because it has two Robits of different colors, placed strategically to contrast better against the background. The momentum carries us downwards, so we don't have to worry about falling into the lava there. That's probably the first time I've died there. But now I can showcase how if you know what you're doing, and you've done a lot, you can kind of just walk past everything. So it's not too punishing in the first section. See, jump over it, and we're fine. So let's not embarrass ourselves again, and I embarrassed myself again. Which teaches you patience, really. Now I can demonstrate my skill a third and final time. This level is called Fiery Hoppers because it's fire themed, there's lava, and all of the enemies, aside from the stationary ones, hop. So now that we've gotten that checkpoint, the next enemy that we run into is the Big Eye, and it stomps. So I'll stick around to, demonstrate its behavior. And you can also see that it does a lot of damage when you make contact with it. Now here we're fighting one in an even more complicated room, and I've died. Continue onwards. Going to engage less with this one. There is a reward if you go to the bottom right. You can get some extra health. And I really gotta stop being so careless. I'm just gonna run past. I'm not even gonna wait for it to stop because ultimately we can't just go straight on ahead. Now this level, or this area rather, features one of those 5 shooting enemies, but also a new addition is the one that fires to the left, fires horizontally. You can see that if I fall through the floor, I end back in the previous area, so you have to get accustomed to it to be able to move forward. And that's the end of the next session because we get this checkpoint. Now we get to do some more of the gravity blocks. So we can just run on ahead. There's a little pool of lava there. The hopper, the Robit, it falls and dies. We can see that, we also got a preview of this area. So it creates a nice sense of cohesion for the entire level, having it all be connected, because ultimately the way it's structured is you run to the right, you go up, and then you run really far to the left. Now here's a little challenge. You only get one opportunity at this, because the gravity blocks will fall, and you also get a taste of the flamethrower. So I'm going to run ahead, and I get the E, and now I can use that to heal in the upcoming boss fight. Now here's another difficult area, where there are more gravity blocks, there are 2 hopping enemies, so we get one of each type. One that shoots projectiles and one that slowly encroaches towards you. Luckily, we're given an easy opportunity right at the border of the area to refresh the gravity blocks. Now here, we get that fire, and that makes me want to run to the left. So it pushes you forwards. Now we're in the first 2 levels, so we're right back where we started. We got to see the flamethrowers again. And now we get to go through the boss door. And now the final boss hops, like both the other enemies do, but it also stuns you when it lands. We can go up to get some healing during the fight, but also we can see the gravity-affected blocks in the middle. And it also throws stuff on us, but it encourages us to try and make him fall. So that's a quick and easy smart way to beat the boss. And now I've beaten the level. I hope you enjoy.